The elite are always looking for ways to profit, and human trafficking is one of those ways. This is sickening to read. I was doing some research on this, and I felt the need to bring this to the subscribers. Now, you need to understand that this isn't exactly connected to finance, but if you look at the bigger picture, it really is. Let's get into it right away. I'm not going to go into detail because it's very sickening just to talk about. And this is the child kidnapping in places you would never expect. Missing girl was abducted for Vatican sex parties, and this is according to a priest. I'll just scroll down quickly. Talking about Emanuela Orlandi. Teenage girl was kidnapped for Vatican sex parties by a gang involving Vatican police and foreign diplomats 30 years ago, says the Catholic Church leading exorcist priest. So that is quite unfortunate here. And this is the U.S. Embassy cables coming out of WikiLeaks. U.S. Embassy cables, Afghan government asks U.S. to quash dancing boy scandal. Let's get into more of that here. Foreign contractors hired Afghan dancing boys. WikiLeaks cable reveals. Episode fueled the Afghan demands that the private security firms be brought much more under government control, as if that's going to save them at all. All that's going to do is basically protect them, because you have these individual companies like DynCorp and Halliburton who get these contracts, and then they're consistently caught doing all of these disgusting things. I don't even want to talk about it, but if I just quickly mention that this was done in Afghanistan and Bosnia, and they found them in other areas around the world as well, and basically the government contractors are implicated with human trafficking and sex slavery in various countries. Now you may think, well, it's happening out there, it's all out there, but take a look at this. Toronto, a hub for human trafficking. This is my own city here, and I just did that quick little search on the internet and found this. Toronto, a hub for human trafficking. You would think your own city, it can't happen here, but I want you to do your own, type in your own city and type in human trafficking and see what comes up, and you could be disgusted for yourself when you have the police and the government doing nothing about it. You know, they take a few small criminals and they put them in jail so that they can say that everything is just fine. Human traffickers going unpunished in Canada. So you may have thought, well, you know, they're going to put them in jail, they're going to find them, they're going to do that. But the ultimate truth is that they are going unpunished in Canada, and that is the very, very disgusting to know that this is going on in your own hometown. And it, of course, extends into this, the untold story of the genocide of Aboriginal peoples by church and state in Canada, something you can read in your own time, except I just wanted to note to you that this is happening in all different cultures and all around the world. Dick Cheney here, accused war criminal. Former Vice President Dick Cheney is scheduled to speak at the infamous Vancouver Club, and this was a while ago, but you could see that picture there. That is the Vancouver Club, where children are brought for sexual trafficking. This has been a known thing for so long. It's a public club, but they definitely don't want to state their agenda publicly, and this is it right here. And Dick Cheney being implicated in this is quite interesting because he is former vice president. He was also the CEO of Halliburton, if I remember correctly, and they are also connected in with what happened with DynCorp, and DynCorp being accused and caught multiple times for their contractors engaging in the sex slavery and the human trafficking. CPS warrior Nancy Schaefer gunned down. This individual here, the senator, former state senator, was talking about how CPS was taking kids and using them for human trafficking, the sex slavery trade. And here she is, her and her husband apparently were murdered, and they claim that this was a suicide. And of course, it absolutely seems very, very skeptical when you have this coming right after an interview where she exposed everything. This is happening in your own hometown where this has been a major trade. You have these very high elite level individuals who are willing to make money on absolutely everything, and there are a few individuals exposing it, and then when that happens, the ultimate suicide note comes out. And if we go into what I want to leave you with, and that was a quote from my book that I said, brace yourselves for an uncertain future, because that is exactly where we're headed, into this future of uncertainty. Nothing is sure when we have the elite structure being taken over our governments, and they've taken over the police, and they've taken over every sort of institution, and we have very little hope left except for the hope that exists inside of each and every free human being. Please share this message with everyone you can, and really we need to expose the truth in every way, in the financial industry, in the healthcare industry, in every single way that we can. It is very important. So I hope that you will become an insider where you can get all the best intel for free, and that is at themoneygps.com. You scroll down to the bottom, you fill in your email address to get occasional emails from me.